Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. Today, we are reacting to my first consecutive repetition practice, completely in English, and also I'll be talking in English in this video. So let's see.
Of the Three Little Pigs.
The story of the three little pigs.
Once upon a time, there was a sow with three little pigs.
Let me tell you that in that part I was I was having my eyes closed. I was closing my eyes in order to avoid seeing the screen. Once upon a time, there was a sow with three little pigs.
The old mother did not have enough to keep them, and
The old mother did not have enough to keep them,
so she sent them out into the world to seek their fortune.
so she sent them out into the world to see their fortune.
The first that went off met a man with a bundle of straw and said to him,
The first of them when met a man. Terrible, terrible. No. One of the most difficult things that I faced in this video, in this practice, is that memorizing what I gotta do. For example, I had to measure how much uh, how much video, how much of the um, I forgot the word. Um, how much video I had to say, yeah, and I was like, imagine the video is like shalala shalala shalala, and there's a moment when I say I cannot I cannot memorize anymore, or more than that, or more than a certain quantity of video, right? So I had to pause the video in order to to not get lost with a bundle of straw, and said to him,
"Please, man, give me that straw to build me a house."
"Please, man, give me that straw to build me a house."
Which the man did, and the little pig built a house with it.
Which the man did, and the little pig built a house with it.
Presently, a wolf came along,
Presently, a wolf came along,
who knocked at the door and said,
who knocked at the door and said,
little pig, let me come in."
little pig, let me come in."
To which the pig answered,
To which the pig answered,
"No, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin."
"No, no, no, by the hair of my chin."
The wolf then answered to that,
The wolf answered to that,
"Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in."
then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
So he huffed and he puffed until he blew the house in and ate
So he huffed and puffed and blew his house in,
up the little pig.
and ate up the little pig.
The second little pig
Memorizing. Memorizing was my headache in this case because I couldn't remember what I gotta say. Yeah, what I gotta repeat. So was very difficult to remember and to remember what I gotta say. Being redundant, sorry. So in this part, I was struggling with the activity, but I didn't give I didn't give up. So
Pig met a man with a bundle of wood sticks
the second little pig met a man with a bundle of wood sticks
and said, "Please, man, give me some of those sticks to build a house."
and said, "Please, man, give me some sticks to build a house."
Which the man did,
Which the man did,
and the pig built his house.
and the pig built his house.
Then along came the wolf
Then along came the wolf,
and said, little pig,
and said, little pig,
let me come in."
let me come in."
"No, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin."
No, no, not of the hair of my chin. I really like the way I'm acting because I think the job of an interpreter is not just translate the words only the words. I mean, it has also to transmit to yeah to transmit the feeling of the message. So I consider, well, in my opinion, I consider that um, act uh, the message with the acting is very important.
"Then I'll puff and I'll huff and I'll blow your house in."
Then I'll puff and I'll huff and I'll blow in your house in.
So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed,
So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed,
and at last he blew the house down.
and at last he blew the house down.
And he ate up the little pig.
And he ate up the little pig.
The third little pig met a man with a load of bricks and
The three little pig met the man with a load of bricks,
said, "Please, man, give me those bricks to build a house with."
and said, "Please, man, give me those bricks to build a house, man."
So the man gave him the bricks and he built his house with them.
So the man gave them his bricks and built his house with them.
Then along came the wolf, as he did with the other little pigs,
Then along came the wolf, as he did with the other little pigs,
and said, little pig, let me come in."
and said, little pig, let me come in."
"No, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin."
No, 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 but the hair of my chin.
"Then I'll huff and I'll puff."
Well, one of the advantages of choosing this video, yeah, this story, is that I have to repeat the same things I've said before. So it's repetitive, yeah. For example, little bit, let me come in. I say little bit, like five times. I don't know. Well, it's so it makes me to it makes me make this video more easier.
Off, and I'll blow your house in.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
Well, he huffed and he puffed, and he huffed and he puffed, and he puffed and huffed.
Then he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed.
But he could not.
Okay. Maybe you cannot see it, but in this part, in this specific parts, I was struggling a lot to to memorize the order of the verbs I was saying. Half, puff, puff, half, puff, and I was like, my man. ah, no. Okay, let's continue.
Get the house down.
But he could not get the house down.
When he found that he could not, with all his huffing and puffing,
When he found that he could not, with
blow the house down, he said, "Little
terrible, horrible, and other words that ends in bull. Terrible. Seriously. I'm making a lot of mistakes. Yeah, I'm making a lot of mistakes. I'm not pretty sure if it's because of my vocabulary lack, or because of the vocabulary. uh, I'm not sure about it, but was hard, was a tough job for me this time.
pig, I know where there is a nice field of turnips."
He said, little pig, I know the reason there's a nice field of gems.
"Where?" said the little pig.
Where? Said the little pig.
"Oh, in Mr. Smith's field. If you will be ready tomorrow morning, I will call for you, and we will go together."
Uh, no comments. No comments of this. No. My mind in that moment was gone.
To get some for dinner.
And I will go to get some for dinner.
"Very well," said the little pig. "I will be ready. At what time do you mean to go?"
Very well. I will be ready. At what time do you need me to go?
"At 6 o'clock."
At 6 o'clock.
Well, the little pig got up at 5 and got the turnips before the wolf came.
Well, the little pig got up at 5 and got ready before the wolf came.
When the wolf came about 6,
When the wolf came about 6,
he said, "Little pig, are you ready?"
he said, little pig, are you ready?
The little pig said, "Ready? I have been and come back again."
The little pig said, ready? I have been and come back again.
And got a nice potful for dinner.
And got a nice potful for dinner.
The wolf felt very angry at this, but
The wolf get very angry at this.
thought that he would get to the little pig somehow or other. So he said, "Little pig, I know where there is a nice apple tree."
And he said, Little pig. Um, just just there was some part that I couldn't repeat because I couldn't retain in my mind the the phrase other sentence. I couldn't. Memorizing is one of my worst disadvantage. I know where is there a nice apple tree.
Where? Said the pig.
Where? Said the pig.
Down at Mary Garden, replied the wolf.
Down at Middle Garden, replied the wolf.
And if you will not deceive me,
And if you will not deceive me,
I will come for you at 5 o'clock tomorrow,
I will come for you at 5 o'clock tomorrow,
and we'll go get some apples.
and I'll go get some apples.
Well, the little pig bustled up the next morning at 4 o'clock
Well, the little pig got bustled up the next morning for some o'clock
and went off for the apples, hoping
and went off for the apples,
to get back before the wolf came.
hoping to get back before the wolf came.
But he had further to go and had to climb the tree,
But he had further to go.
so that
He had to climb to the tree.
just as he was climbing down,
Just he was climbing down,
he saw the wolf coming,
he saw the wolf coming,
which, as you may suppose, frightened him very much.
which as you may. Well, the only thing I gotta say at this point is that in that part I was tired. Tired. The truth is that it's not easy. So I think at that point I was about to quit to quit doing the activity, but eh, somehow I couldn't finish it. Suppose frightened him very much.
When the wolf came up, he said,
When the wolf came up, he said,
Little pig, what?
he said, Little pig, what?
You're here before me? Are those nice apples?
You, you are here before me? Are those nice apples?
Yes, very, said the little pig.
Yes, very, said the little pig.
I will throw you down one.
I will throw you right one.
And he threw it so far that,
And he threw it so far that,
while the wolf was gone to pick it up,
while the wolf was going to pick it up,
the little pig jumped down and ran home.
the little pig jumped down and ran home.
The next day, the wolf came again and
The next day, the wolf came again
said to the little pig,
and said to the little pig,
Little pig, there is a fair at Shanklin this afternoon.
Little pig, there is a Shankel then afternoon.
Would you like to go?
Would you like to go?
Oh, yes, said the pig.
Oh, yes, said the pig.
I will go. At what time will you be ready?
I will go. And what time you will be ready?
At 3, said the wolf.
At 3, said the wolf.
So the little pig went off before the time as usual,
So the little pig went off before the time as the usual,
and got to the fair.
and got to the fair.
There he bought a butter churn,
There he bought a butter churn,
which he was going home with,
who he was going to win
when he saw the wolf coming.
when he saw the wolf coming.
This time he did not know what to do.
This time he didn't He did not know what to do.
So he got into the churn to hide.
So she got into the churn to hide.
By doing so, the churn
By doing so, the churn
turned over and it rolled down the hill with the pig in
the churn turned over and the rolled down a pig
it, which frightened the wolf so much that he ran home without going to the fair.
that he ran going to down to the fair.
He went to the little pig's house and
He went to the little pig's house
told him how frightened he had been
and told her how frightened he had been
by a great round thing
by a great round tree.
which came.
Um, in this part, I was more than tired, and I believe that I was in like automatic, in automatic. La, 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 la. The wolf was. Um, I was tired. I mean, not physically, no, in my mind of memorizing and repeating. Uh, it doesn't. Maybe it could not seem like that, but I was.
Down the hill past him. Then the little pig said,
Then the little pig said,
"Ha! I frightened you then.
"Ha! I frightened you then.
I had been to the fair and bought a butter churn.
I have been to the farm and got a butter churn,
And when I saw you, I got into it and
and when I saw you, I got into it
rolled down the hill."
and rolled down the hill.
Now the wolf was very angry indeed,
Now the wolf was very angry indeed,
and declared that he would eat up the little pig,
and declared that he would eat up the little pig,
and that he would get down the chimney after him.
and that he would get down the chimney after it.
When the little pig saw what he was about,
When the little pig saw what he was about,
he hung on the pot full of water
he hung out up of the puddle of water
and made up a blazing fire.
and bled up an amazing fire.
Then, just as the wolf was coming down,
Then, just as the wolf was coming down,
he took off the cover and in fell the wolf.
he took out the cover and in fell the wolf.
The little pig put on the cover again in an instant.
The little pig put on the cover again in an instant,
Boiled up the wolf,
boiled that wolf,
and ate him for supper, and lived happy
and ate him for summer,
ever afterwards.
and lived happy ever afterwards.
The end.
The end. And well, this is the end, as the video mentioned. Where I I have to say that was tough. Absolutely, it wasn't easy. Um, and I did it terrible. No, absolutely, I'm not proud of this video, but it it shows me the reality, the how actually is could be the job of an interpreter, and I think is it needs to get prepared before doing the job. So I need to study more. I need to practice more. Um, I need to continue learning. So this was hmm, a great opportunity of for realize how am I doing how I am doing. Sorry, but well. And guys, that's it for today. And I hope and you like this video. So maybe I'll be having I'll be recording other videos and soon. Yeah, soon. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye bye.